And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
But between me, my needs are met with maybe if they had a strike one. I don't know if they have a strike one. They might have a strike one. I just don't know about it. Like strikes, fractals, and fishing are like the ones I mostly use all the time because I'm mostly running fractals, or I enjoy doing fractals. I can do trainings on fractals and stuff. Same with strikes. But like maybe raids would be another one, but that's if I could get raids running at some point. Currently, we don't have anyone doing raid trainings on the guild, and we haven't had enough group content or grouping to do it. I am trying to force you to do it. I want to play with you, and you won't play with me. Yeah. I want to play Guild Wars 2 with you, and you don't want to play Guild Wars 2 with me.
Hunter, glad you're here. I am. My guard Bill was said.
Huh? There's so much you can do. Yeah. Yeah. So you can't play Guild Wars 2 with me, but you can do everything else.
Oh, so sorry that I'm not enough of a slave driver.
You're not hardcore enough. I don't actually care that he doesn't want to play Guild Wars 2. If he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to play. That's how it is. We have that strict rule in this household. If you don't feel like playing, then you don't feel like playing. What? Okay. Huh? Hope Deepu sent you something.
Wait, that's the one that we went to.
Oh my gosh. They're going to accuse us of theft.
Oh, actually it is. We haven't, it didn't fully pay. We didn't fully pay for the plan. I'm just kidding.
I know, I figured it was an ad.
Yeah.
I just want to see what their ad was. Oh, it's a credit card. Okay.
Look what you got then, dude. Let me pay more money. Now they sending me this crap.
You like it. This just makes it to where you have an excuse to build something. You can't even catch. You're a gamer and you need to touch grass. He storms away and pouts. Alright. Yeah, I kind of... I want to get us to do group content, but in order to do that, we'd have to get enough people going in a group on a regular basis to do raids and stuff. And I'd have to learn how to do raids, which means I'd have to watch like Mutluk's videos on the matter or a few other YouTubers, which is fine. But we'd need at least a decent amount of people wanting to go and do it, because raids or strikes are not raids. Raids are basically like strikes but bigger. And they have way more loot, and they are a lot of fun, but they are also a lot of frustrations and a lot of repeats. Because sometimes, you get unlucky. Sometimes the boss decides to throw a huge tantrum for whatever reason. That happens quite a bit too. Sometimes the boss does all of the wrong moves in the wrong order, and it just sucks. But they are fun, and I do think that our raid, like Guild Tour 2's raids, aren't as bad as some games with raids. So they're not like obsessively crazy, They're not like super difficult. In the majority, if you've got a guild members who are essentially got your back and they care about you getting your back, then you don't have no worries. Sorry. Just looking to see. I didn't even think about this. I have some heads. I got rid of some of them because I was using them. I kind of maybe I should start farming keys again. Like I used to fish and then use the money towards that to get keys. I've been kind of putting it off because I won't lie, I was being lazy. I don't want to go fishing at the time. I got in the mood of fishing on the weekend, and I was so excited because I actually got some fishing done, and I actually did make some gold. I think I'm still selling parts of the fish that I
This is most remarkable.
made, because right now, currently, the fish loot is like, it's like 2 gold per thing, which is pretty good. That's like it's hot fishing time. All right, so we did that. I think dailies are done. I will fight you. All right. Oh wow. I didn't realize I'd kind of touched on some of them. Veteran-based enemies. See, veteran enemies are a nuisance because I hate having to fight them. What is this one? Complete the unlocking Wizard Tower meta event. Oh yeah. Okay, these are the other thing. Okay. Oh no. Is this the one I think it is? Is that the one? Is that the script themed one? That sucks. Oh yeah. Did you want to see my bathroom, babe? You were mentioning earlier. Nope. Look. I got a nice hot tub. I even resized this so I could walk through this and so I could sit in it. So it looks like I'm like relaxing. Sit. Look at it. It looks so comfortable. I actually really do like this bathtub. I wish there was more like decor. And then with this, I just put a chair and put a pot on it and called it. I kind of wish that there was like a, or even just a basin, like, you know, like an old fashioned like outhouse. I'd put the outhouse outside. Imagine having a Cantha themed outhouse, or even just having a Norn themed outhouse. Well, I don't see, they don't show them in the game, but I don't see how it would be unusual if it's in a medieval time. Oh my goodness. What if, yeah, that'd be cool. What if they had one for the Asurans, but it's small? It's like tiny. Yeah, because it's like for the Asurans. So you can get an Asuran themed one, but it's small. And the Nord one's like really big. The other room I was upstairs and doing it. I'm also working on making this is my my coat rack. I want jackets to be able to hang from his feet. I don't want to stare at his face, so I put a pot on his head. I have not touched much of the bedroom. I put things down, that's about it. But I have a library in here. I had to resize them. They took forever to resize. I hate this door. It ruins the aesthetic. And then this is the guild office that I made.
That's some good-ass guild office.
I know, it was just for me specifically. I was using it when I was making guild mission or guild announcements and stuff. I'd sit in the chair or whatever. But also I found out these bookshelves are actually halfway in a wall and halfway out of the wall. And they look amazing. I like it. And then the other room that I focused a lot on is my... I obviously got a different fireplace. I love this fireplace. This is the pot that I like, the one like pot of soup, and then there's like a little tea set here. But I like this. I put this grass, these plants here, but this is my basement, and I'm planning to turn it into a bar down here. But this is the thing too. I want to turn it into a bar, but there's not a lot of bar stuff. Huh?
You would like to own a bar.
I would like to own a coffee bar that's themed. And maybe, because I don't like a lot of alcohol. If I do, it's like rum or like weak stuff. And then I also put a lot of effort in the greenhouse. I still have a lot to do with the greenhouse because the greenhouse is going to be expensive. There's a lot of plants that I want to put in here, but they're expensive. And they require you to do metas or everything else. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to do it later. But I want that, and like I want grass too, because they made it to where you get to pick up the red grass. That's the part of the basic mount area. Because I have it, and I've put it away in my inventory. Because I picked a lot of it up. Because I don't like the dead grass. I want green grass. I told some other guild members about this, but some of them are using different things. But I've actually been trying to use the green hedges to make grass or to make green areas because I want to make seasonal based segments in my homestead. I want to make like this section over here all snow, and then this would be fall, and then this would be summer, and then this would be spring over here. But in order to do that, I have to like go and do that. And that's another thing too. I want to be able to change the grass. I have the No idea how. Fall's probably just gonna be the normal grass, but snow, I was gonna get the snow blocks for it and do this. It's gonna take me for a long time to get the snow blocks. But I want snow grounds. I want to be able to change the ground texture, with different like terrains and stuff. Imagine being able to live in an area that looks like a desert, like because some people really like Joko's desert, and they like Joko, so they can make their entire home instance look like Joko's home, like pyramids and sand, and even maybe sand portals just for funsies. I think it'd be hilarious if you could do sand portals in your own home instance. You can do like mount rentals too right now, which I think are cool, and I do need to get myself some. I haven't done it because I'm lazy. But I think it'd be cool if you could put like portals and stuff and things, so long as you have the expansion to do it, kind of thing. Like that could be the drawback. Okay, so I'm gonna do some races on the Four Winds. I was gonna remember, I was like, am I doing weeklies? And I was like, no, I think I should do a wind events, because I want to do the races and get some of the gold. Or the lanterns. I'm turning the lanterns in. Our guild is collecting them right now. They're offering like 1 gold per each lantern donated type thing. And I have, I need to check that. I need to see if anyone else has donated more. At the current state, we haven't had the 3 people. There's about 5 people who've donated. 3 of them are officers and don't want rewards, and that includes me. And then there's 2 others, basically. It's not an issue, it's just what it is. But the 3 officers are donating a lot. It's me and 2 others. For me, it's just because I've already bought all I want out of the holiday right now. So I don't have any use for the lanterns, or for the money, so I just use it. And then one of the other ones wants to help out the guild, and then the other one's our scribe, and he needs them, so he's using them for that. So our guild has accumulated quite a bit of it. With just the 5 people, we've had enough to make everything. We made the Springer. He needed it for the Springer.
Buying something?
Springer jumper or whatever it is. So he got enough to do that and had extra, and then he still ended up making more stuff with it. So it was really great. Our guild's doing good on that. At some point this week, I need to talk to the guild about our festival plans, because we talked about it, and I had an idea for it, and I think it'd be kind of cool if it works. But I need to ask them what they think is practical. Because our guild is going to be throwing a Halloween festival. Instead of it just being a normal holiday, we want to do an actual big thing. I need to actually start recruiting more people so we can get more numbers. The more people, the more fun it's going to be. We talked about doing races, maze hunts, doing corn mazes in the guild halls. We talked about doing fashion wars and homestead wars, and we talked about doing some stuff in Lion's Arch and stuff. Specifically, we thought about doing wild fashion hunts, which basically would be random people who are not part of the guild doing fashion wars with us, where the guild members would the ones who'd be doing the judging for the guild would also be doing the same thing for I'm not touching that crystal, I guess. Good thing I have a glider. I would have been so bad. I'm gonna save that last one. I don't know how many charges you get with that. It didn't give me the indication. I was a little worried. But we were talking about doing wild, fashion wars, which is what people will meet them in Lion's Arch, and we'll ask people who want to join if they want in. So the guild members who are going to be doing the judging in our own guild will be doing it in Lion's Arch, and we'll have popular vote too. So that kind of thing. I don't know if we'll do that in Lion's Arch or not, or if we'll see about what the Reddit says, because I thought about going on Reddit and telling people we're going to be doing that, and then if anyone wants to preemptively put in their contest entry, they could.
I remember hearing
Nice. That's the first time I've done that first time. Well, actually, it was the second time I did it, but that one turn is such a pain in the ass.
We adapted.
The first turn, the one with that, like, you slip
I'm
off.
still mad about the Lion Guard conscription.
Anyways, we thought about doing a lot of holiday-based stuff, and it would be all Halloween-themed, like the Halloween home instance and, like, your spookiest outfits and stuff. We also thought about when we do the homestead stuff for contests, we're only going to have people do a room. And I think then just have it to where they have to just have, take a screenshot of it. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. I always end up having to take a while to do these. Ooh. Okay, maybe not this time. Well, dang. That worked well. Okay. I'm on fire today. Now this one I always hate. This one's so fickle. The other Griffin thing. We're also doing Griffin dives. Where people will be, it'll be like a game of chicken with your L mount, seeing who can get the farthest down and dive and not crash into the water. We've planned a place on the dock for it. We're gonna put some walls up that are easy to see. Oh, I went too far low. But, like, we talked about doing stuff like that because I really wanted to let people kind of flaunt their raptors. And we thought about doing other contests as well. Other races and stuff. It may not be as spectacular this year as we want it to be. It may end up becoming more spectacular each year we do it because then it'll give us time to build a vault of, like, decorations and stuff. Okay. Don't touch the ground. Don't touch the ground. Okay. Touch the ground and you lose. Did I get it? Okay, cool. Oof. Those two are the hardest ones. The Griffin and the little Doliac ones. The Doliac one isn't the hard one because of it being actually hard. It's the fact that you fall off stuff. You stumble a lot easier than anything. I think the other one that kind of sad is the boat one. But that's just because I find it more boring, but it's not bad. It's actually a really good race, to be fair. I just think it takes a long time, and it's my attention span that's the problem, right? I only have so much attention span. But, like, it is a good race for normal people. My thought is, basically, if you're neurotypical, you're probably fine. If you're not, it's probably the most boring race ever. It's also probably because I'm not very good at sharp turns, and you need to do sharp turns in order to get it. Alright, go, 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 go. We running. But yeah. I kind of wish that, like, during Halloween or events like that, if there's a guild that likes a specific event more, that the guilds could get NPCs rented out for a holiday. So, like, you could have an NPC at the guild hall that changes out cobs for 1,000. You know, nothing that would actually affect the guild or anything. The guild makes no money off that. But if the guild could, like, pay, the fact that it didn't load in was bad. Like, the guild could pay to have certain NPCs kind of show up at their guild hall. Because certain guilds like Winter's Day more, some like Dragon Bash more, some of them like all of them. And it gives the guild an excuse to use gold. Not just to buy upgrades for the guild, like, decoration-wise, or to upgrade their level, but it could give them an excuse to use it to upgrade for the enjoyment of the guild, for funsies, for the guild members to have fun. Another thing could be, like, being able to rent out the Ecto Scrit, you know, so you can gamble. Stuff like that. Nice. I think it'd be kind of cool because it would give the guild halls more life. They're very empty. They don't have a lot of NPCs that do anything outside of stand there. They don't even have guild. They don't even like have NPCs talking to each other, because that could be a cool thing too. If you had it to where guilds could buy NPCs and put them in the map wherever they want to, and some maps NPCs could just be NPCs, and some guilds could be some like could just be shops and stuff. But if you had them to where they would have casual conversations with each other and they would have different conversations depending on the NPC you're talking to, that would be kind of cool too. Like maybe, because I loved, one thing I like about like some of the events in Guild Wars, like in the Halloween event, is hearing the kids talk about how the Savarian aren't, never had a childhood, so they're like, they think it's sad and everything. It's sometimes fun to hear how char cubs see things versus human children and stuff. It's really fun. But like, it's kind of cool to have like kind of situation in your guild hall where there's different NPCs and they will have different conversations depending on who they're talking to, right? And so you can have these like combinations of conversations going on. Like I like going into Lion's Arch and listening to the complaining about near the fractal gates and whatnot, where they're complaining about the different like the stingray. Like the guy's saying, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Just look, turn your head a little bit." And then he goes, "Oh, it's a stingray." Like that conversation's funny and innocent, and there's nothing super interesting about it, but it makes the world feel lively. And the amount of times I've heard players giggle about certain NPCs saying things or doing things is really funny. And it makes it to where it feels more alive. It doesn't feel as empty, even when there's not enough people in Lion's Arch to fill a map, you know, that kind of thing. So it would be kind of neat if that same thing could be put into guild halls to give them more life. Okay, I have enough. Okay, cool. I have enough seconds before I run out of stuff. Yeah, just something to breathe life into the guild halls so they don't feel empty. Because a lot of times it's just you going in, or maybe there's 3 other guild members there getting nodes and stuff, or talking to NPCs or whatever. It's just not the same as having it's not the same as having a presence, you know. I hope that didn't cost me, because some of these shallow parts are weird to me. It did. But yeah, it's like some of those like things could be interesting. Yeah, I turned a little bit too harshly, but it's fine. This is very laggy. There must be a lot of people here. Not a complaint. It is what it is. I also seen people over here play this and they're racing together. It's really fun. I'm gonna pull back a little bit. Alright. There we go. Try to pull that as quickly as I can so that I don't have to worry about it. Because it makes it really hard to turn this area when you're at full speed. You can do it, it's just a pain. See, and that one's weird to me too, because that corner, you feel like you have to get closer to that circle than you do, and it really needs to be pushed a little further over. There we go. Now we have plenty. We have enough seconds to get through. People out here fishing. It's kind of nice. Alright. Meet at that time. There you go. Southern Storm has actually been on the leaderboard in almost every event. Like, for the last week, I think. It's probably more than that. And it's impressive. Like, every time I, like, see the board, it's always Southern is at the top. He's either in first or second, or she, whoever they are. I don't know them. I just know their name now because I see it a lot when I'm doing the races and stuff. Okay, so we've done that one. I don't do the crystal racing. I know you can. I don't care. I don't like the crystal racing one. So I think we're gonna go to we're gonna go to the arena. Let's see how the arena's doing. Honestly, I got so much done today. I'm very happy about that. It'd be even funnier if NPCs would make comments. Okay, for instance, there's PvP guilds, right? It'd be interesting because some PvP guilds actually hold tournaments within their own guild for like PvP events. Like they use their arena quite a bit. I would love it if you had PvP NPCs, you could have some audience members that don't do anything, they don't cause like a big ruckus, but they sit there and they talk. If you've recently had a tournament and someone won, the NPCs might say, "Did you hear about so and so?" Like they may not say the actual NPC, the actual player's name, but maybe it could be one of those NPCs you walk up to and you just talk to, that just chats with you, and you can see the text and it says the player's name. It'd be really cool because then it like the guild, if you weren't there that week for whatever reason, maybe you had to be away, maybe you just weren't active that week, you could come back and be like, man, you know, Tommy Wynn, whatever his name is, username is, had won the tournament last time. You could hear like the conversations about it, where they're just mentioning a name that changes however often they do tournaments. I think it'd be hilarious, and it'd be a good way to like really kind of like showcase, you know, kind of salute to those PvP guilds. And the same thing could be said for if you have a World v World. You could be World v World NPCs that are walking around the arena saying, "Hey, did you hear about how the guild took this waypoint and whatever, or how the guild is doing this well in World vs World?" Whatever the case would be, it'd be kind of cool. Nice little
You'll find everything you need.
salute. Okay, we're gonna do the Raptor race. I don't. This Raptor one I also find weird. It's weird because like I like the Raptor race. Like I like it. I don't like that there's NPCs that cause problems with the Raptor race, and it's obnoxious. It's weird to me that Raptor is the fastest. You could do Roller Beater, I think, too, and it's quick, but it's much more of a nuisance. These are the worst stairs of all. I hate them. I hate trying to get up them. I hate them. But the only way up them is literally with Raptor comfortably. It looks like I think the reason I hate them is because they look like they are harder to get up than they are because of how they're like mismatchy. Okay. I don't like how there's a lot of enemies to contend with either, but I'm kind of okay with the contending. I need to catch up. I haven't been speeding around as much as I should have. I wasted a lot of it. You can't chicken out with the sprints in this one, where you risk getting behind. But this area, some of these areas are really hard to get through because there's NPCs that knock you off their mount. The horse ones, the mantle are a pain in the ass. The mountains are a pain in the ass in general, so that's kind of to be expected. Oh, okay, good. I got it. Woo! No.
Your brothers and sisters in arms are with you in spirit.
Nice. Okay, cool. I have a lot, so we're gonna go to the guild hall, donate all this stuff for the guild. In the name of the guild. Ugh. And then we will probably swap games. Next one's be potion. But yeah, I'm gonna probably end up swapping between my main account and my alt account so that I don't get too bored with one or the other. Because I get bored with my main account too sometimes because there's so much I could do, but there's not everything I want to do, you know. And so having both these accounts to work with make me feel like I can do more, because then I can I don't know. For whatever reason, I feel like I have more options even though I don't. It doesn't change anything. Okay. All right, we're going to do this. Oh, there's no audio. Why is
At your service.
There it is. I want this to stop showing me this. Let me just do this. Normally you can tell it to stop showing you that.
Until
Follow
next
your
time.
dream.
Maybe we can get to pop up now. No. Weird. I wonder if they changed that. There was a setting that says you didn't have to tell you not to ask you again. This is gonna take forever. Hold up. Can I do this? No. There. It's a little faster. We get a lot of extras because he couldn't hurt. Okay. Keep going. I'm almost done, I swear. There we go. Got it. I don't have any in my inventory. Good. Sometimes if I click it too quickly, it will put in my inventory instead, and then I have to tell it that I want to donate it to whatever guild or whatever. I like how we had that built now. That I end up getting that the lion fountain for my personal home instance by doing the strike for it. The court strike, and when I did it, I took pictures of it in the guild hall, and the guild's like, that's cool. Can we craft that? So the scribe crafted it for us, and now every now and then I come over and take pictures in it. It's the guild's bathtub, okay? It's our public bathtub, okay? It's a bathhouse. That's another thing, too. A bathhouse would be kind of cool if you could put them on your home instance or in your guild. Because we have this big building here, right? One thing about the Cantha one that's kind of cool is there's actually buildings, right? I like where our tavern is, right? It's right over here. It doesn't have tavern vibes, though. It feels more like a kitchen. But I kind of wish you could change the chairs inside. Or, this is where it's at, right? I've seen guilds put the dancing NPCs in here and stuff. But if you look at this, okay, this, what is this? What are these stairs? Why do they look like shit? Like, why can't we have some beautiful things? I like the tables. I wish these doors could be closed so guild members could be in here and roleplay. Because I know there's some guilds that roleplay. I don't. I also think it'd be neat if they have these foods here. It'd be neat if there's a guild upgrade where when your guild's about to go do stuff as a company, you could go as a guild master or officer. You could go to this NPC and tell him to put food out. And as long as the guild has put food into the bank and stuff, it'll show up on these tables. So you'll have like a healing table, you'll have like the berserker table, and guild members can meet in here to grab food before they head out to do stuff. That kind of thing. But it doesn't really have much of like, also like, what's this? Why is it so janky? Why can't we like upgrade it to look nice? Like there's holes in the walls, and it's not like, I don't like it. Like, the carpet looks fine. The wood looks like crap. It'd be interesting if you could upgrade your guilds to where the wood looks more straight and looks like it's actually nicely kept and stuff. Or you could have it really crumbly if you want to. I don't like it that way. But then, like, this right here is, like, a building and stuff, right? And inside, there's rooms and things, but there's nothing that, like, you could really do in here. Like, this room just basically is a glorified garden. But there's, like, stuff, right? And no reason, like, things you can decorate with. Our guild actually uses this as our officers' hall, where we meet with each other and stuff. We haven't had one in a while. And then this over here is where we put up a wedding pube for funsies, right? But, like, there's this building, right? And there's nothing we can put in it. There's no, like, NPCs moving around. There's nothing. right? And it's just kind of empty space. And like it was mad because I want guild halls to actually have living spaces, actually look like they're living, like things are actually being done there. Even like the courtyard over here, like we've got decorations up, and the decorations are nice, and I do like what we've put up, but like everything else looks pretty bland. Like these shops look meh. It kind of neat if you could like put more decorations up, or there's more like walking around, like people are shopping. But I also think that'd be interesting if guild halls actually had a way to trade with each other. It'd be really cool if you could trade within a guild for certain resources, you know, and that certain, you know, like, so for instance, if you had the poster board, like a board over here that had like all of the wanted stuff, and a guild got a lot of leather, they could trade another guild for silk instead, that kind of thing, or whatever they wanted to, and they have to have agree upon, similar to like indie basic trade, because in Guild Wars 1 they have a trade system, so have a trade system similar to that in Guild Wars 2, where it's like guilds can trade between each other, because there's a lot of sister guilds that would trade amongst themselves, which would be great because they may have some guild members, because each sister guild has their own units. So you could have a certain unit of casuals, you could have your world versus world units, you could have your PvP units, and they could all be helping each other out and getting things done.
It's nice that I have an entire guild keeping my shop safe.
Yeah, so you say that, but nothing happens like that. Another thing is that it'd be interesting if your guild halls could be invaded upon by NPCs, right? I know that guilds can actually have guild fights, I think, or wars, and like I don't know how they do it, but I know there's a way to do it. But it'd be interesting if every now and then your guild could you have to fight for your guild for invaders. Not in the sense that if you lose, it's going to do anything negative to the guild hall specifically, but it could be that if it fails, then there's not a special event. So if you're a guild member and you're here and you help with this invasion, similar to like whenever an invasion happens in the open world, and there is like, I don't know, the Forge, right? When the Forge take an area, and most of those areas can be done with 2 or 3 players pretty easily. But it'd be interesting if you're at the guild hall and you are and this event happens, and when you do it, then it can upgrade to another thing, and then you get a special NPC that pops in, right? So like even if you're in the guild hall by yourself, then you have a chance of like upping the tiers, kind of like, or even just like the pinata game. Like the desert has the pinata coin, casino coin collections. People love that event. It happens a lot, and there's a lot of people who do that. That'd also be interesting if you're in the guild hall and there's a coin collection event going on that collects and has an NPC specific with guild related perks, like items or specific guilds, because I know a lot of guilds would love that. It also gives the players a chance to practice coin collections, especially since our own guild hall and several have the mounts that they have ready. So our guild members could actually collect the mounts, practice doing those things, and when they get their own mounts in the open world, it even encourages them to get them, because then they can play with them. I have lots of guild members who play core, and they're like, if they ever have a chance to go on sale or they get comfortable, they're thinking about buying the expansions because it sounded like fun, and then they've come to the guild hall and rode mounts, and they're like, I definitely want it now, you know. So it gives them a chance, a taste of how easy things could be with mounts, or how easy or fun it can be without it being an issue, or even just practice. Sometimes it's just nice to come through and have practice for some of that stuff, right? Granted, it's not the same map, but it's similar. So it's giving them a chance to play and work with their mounts and fly with them without having consequences, right? Anyways, we're going to move to the next game, and we'll see you then.
And we can just dance the night away.